Hello everyone. So let's start the API calling in Flutter. So if you have not watched my video related to the API, how it works, so just head over to the link from the upper section. So okay, let's start. Okay, I run the application of the demo API call app. So remove the counter code and yeah, let's start it. So I'm just statically viewing the list view for now. Uh, so the data will come in the list. I'm just trying to build a list first. Okay, so first of all, the let's know the API. Okay, so API, we have to go to the JSON placeholder. So you will get to know what the API looks like. Okay, some other resources in a JSON placeholder, as you see here. I am heading over the post. So this is the post which we have to fetch the data. This is this is in the JSON format. As you see here, this is one of the called as a JSON object. Okay, so basically the square brackets determines this is an array of JSON objects. Okay, so this is a JSON array basically we have to fetch. Okay, so we have to show in list user by user. Okay, so these are the post of the JSON placeholder API. Okay, so let's start building over it, but we have to use the HTTP package in Flutter. If you don't know how to use these packages, just head over the link I have placed. Okay, the HTTP is I just copy here and just paste it in below in the dependencies. Okay, so pubget, without getting pubget, you cannot have this package. So first remove the errors what I have. Okay, we have to return something. So okay, just pubget. So API will be having the four operations, that is get, post, delete and put. So this is basically a get API. As you see here, the browser automatically gets the read API. Okay, that is basically we are only reading this API. Okay, so just read. Then first let's call the service of the HTTP. I'm creating a directory of service under which one file will be named. It's like get post service. Okay, this is in basically the dart format. So make sure you have to create a dart file. Okay, so get post. I'm creating a class of guest post service. So under this file we have to create a function in which the API will be called. Okay, the service will be called. So before creating the service we have to create a model. Okay, so what is the model then? So this is basically a response. We have to wrap the response into some model. Okay, that is we have to create, we have to encapsulate it. Okay, so just create another directory of model. making it a new dot file of get post model. So create a class of it. Now we have to get the basically the keys, okay, so that we can add it to the variables. So this is in int user id, so let's have it. So flutter is now supports null safety, so I append the question mark here. If you have any doubt related to it, let me know in the comments. It's id title will be in string, so string question mark title. You can also create this model using JSON to Dart. There are so many websites that you can create this model through it, so the online sites or inbuilt the packages available, plugins available in Flutter. So I'm creating the constructor, but first time the model you have to write it, okay, otherwise you will forget. So get post model constructor, not making it required. If you make it required, then this key will be necessary part that you have to get the key, okay. If key is not available, then it will crash, okay. So they don't make it required, just make it question mark, so that if the key is present, then it will not be crashed. Okay, I'm using the factory now. So basically what is factory? So factory is basically a returning a constructor which is of key value pair, okay. Just like a factory, a bulk of elements that you have to return, okay. The factory, then creating the factory from JSON, you have to use map. Why map? Because it is in key value pair, right? So for getting every element, you have to use the basically the keys are in string format and dynamic. So dynamic is basically whatever the format will be, it will be in dynamic, okay, whether it is a string, whether it is a list, integer, whatever, so it will get it. Let's create and return this factory. So the way of returning this factory, saying okay, so in this way the factory will be written and the key value pair should be the id, which is of JSON of id, then user id, make sure these keys are that you are getting from the API are correct, okay, otherwise the key spelling mistakes will cause you the null pointer exception. Body, okay, so that's it. We have the 4 keys and the model is created now, okay. So just make sure you have to create your model at the first time, otherwise you will forget what is the model, right? So get post model. If you are using studio, it will directly imports. So get post function will be async, okay. You might know this async feature, async await. If you don't know, let me know in the comments. I will make sure taking another video from that, okay. Future async await. So we have to return some type of future type of model, okay. Okay, let's call the HTTP now. First we have the basically the URI. As you see, the URI will be this link, means URI means what, at what address you have to call this API, that means the URL, okay. The URL of the endpoint of this this response body will be this link, okay. So let's make it var response is equal to http dot, basically it's a get API. So as you see, http is not getting, we have to import it first as we get the library in the flutter get http dot get. As you see, there are a number of usages: get, post, delete, and the client basis. We have to use get URL. Basically it's asking the URI. We have to pass the URI in this format. Just copy this link and paste it. Okay, so this is the way of getting the get API. If you have something of headers, like you can append this by using comma. Then in post API you will be having the body. Okay, it is not necessary, but body is the part of the post API. Okay, so if you are using post, then just make sure the post API will run. Similarly, delete is also same way. Okay, so body is not supporting in get API, as you see. Okay, so we are getting response. In the response where just they are the post, so I'm appending the post and just decode it. Response dot, we have to decode the JSON decode. Basically it is in JSON encoded form, so you have to decode it. Okay, so decode response dot body. Okay, so we have to return this model. Okay, just make sure you will use this. Okay, list of creating a list of get post model, post list. Okay, so this let's say it's a API post list, post API list. So you can understand this is the API side, that is the service of this. And let's say this post dot map. So which map? Basically the model of the get post model of JSON, and we have to wrap from the JSON post service, sorry, model from JSON, as we have to return the function. Okay, so this line will get the list, whatever the JSON objects, the JSON array into this list. Okay, yes, we have to return this list. That's it. Okay, so as you see, it is not getting. So okay, basically I return the feature of get post model. Basically this is in list, of course. Okay, so as you see, this is a JSON array. So forgot to mention, this is the array, so basically it will be in list. Okay, so this is the service that you have to return like this. Okay, you have to make the get request URI and the post you have to decode, and just make sure this line will be clear to you. Okay, so let's head over to the layout and let's start building it. Okay, so I'm making just the static count, term count of 10, let's say. The okay, first of all the column. Okay, clicking Ctrl S. So taking so time, I have to restart it because I get the package right. So make sure you restart it. Oh, Okay, meanwhile we will call the function of the list post model, get post model. So get post model, so what I have written, post model post list is equal to, so as you see here, this is the class, whether you create the object or directly the constructor is, it doesn't mean, doesn't matter. So just import this first, the service, and you have the function of get post, right? So making some error list of, so you have to make sure it will be in function. So let's say get post, create the function of a sync. So it will be in await, I guess. Okay, so why? Because this await makes, that is prevent the future object, okay, that convert the future object, a object into something, or the type of the feature, okay, that is returning. So we have to make sure this function will be called in the init state. So init state will be handling whenever the user opens the application. So get post, so we have all the list in the post list. So just make sure it will be in global. So make it empty. You can make it null also as you wish, but it doesn't make sense what logic you are using. I'm just pretending this. Okay, I just stop this building and rebuild. Okay, get post. We have to just make sure the post list we have to use the length. No, let's make it first. Meanwhile, building. Okay, post list lot length. It will get the length of this post, whatever the length of this are. Then okay, okay, the index will determine the length of this. Okay, so index by index we have to get the value, right? So it is get, so just get it, the post list of index dot. So as you see, the all the elements that we have written in model are getting right. Okay, so just make the title what you have to show. It's your choice what you have to show. Just make it to toString or the null check exclamation mark, so that will be, it will be clear to you. Otherwise the compile time errors will show. Okay, okay, it is building. Okay, we will get the body as well. So don't copy paste everything if you are beginner to the flutter. Okay, just make sure the programming side you have to be very active in programming. Okay, it is building. Okay, so build, it's installing now. So it will actually return the static list because we have built it further. We modified the post list, right? Okay, okay, we have to get the progress bar also because it will not okay, some type of exception here. Map list of iterable is not a subtype of list model. So this is the exception we are getting in line number. You have to get the errors like this, get post 11. Okay, so this is the error we are getting from this list. Let's see what is this. So something, okay, this is the list. I'm just mapping the objects. Okay, So as you see here, we have to make it to list. Okay, so just make sure this line will be clear now. To list and return this list. We are getting this list here. Okay, just restart. Okay, somewhat of refreshment. Okay, it is returning, but we are not getting the list, right? So okay, let's print it out. Wait, and post list. Okay, just print the statement here. We are getting the list or not. Let's see. Restart. So basically it returns, prints the instance. If it is in list, you have to access the every object and you have to use some kind of index. So as I said, this is the instance. Okay, so if you know it is refreshing, basically value is assigning, but it is not refreshing. Okay. So just make sure you have the set state set this. Okay, either you can make this side is set state, but it will not work. So I'm just making the set state will work now. Okay, so here we go. The values are null. So why it is null? So let's see why we are getting this null. Get post, and it is calling the model. So in model we have ID, user ID, title and model. So the problem lies in the model. As you see this variable, so it impacts both. A lot of advantage this variable current reference. Okay, so now we will get the post surely. So I'm not a better UI designer in Flutter. Okay, so these are the posts if you want to arrange it well. So let's do it for you. I will do that. Okay, but I don't like these layout designs. Font weight. Let's make it bold because it's a title. Body. Let's make it a size also, so it will be clear that it is size. Title. Make it 18. Now I'm copying the style. 16 and font weight as normal. Okay, so now it will be clear to get. Okay, somewhat cooler than before. So these are the same list as we are viewing in the Flutter and this side, as you see here. Okay, so this is the calling of the API using the HTTP. Okay, to get API we have used, okay, using the JSON placeholder. You can get this post, okay, URI, and just place it and make sure this line will be added more info to you, and call this service in the layout. Okay, bind it with the model, then return the service set state and list view builder. Okay, so hope it helps, Flutter guys. Let me know in the comment section if you have any doubt, and yep, happy learning with the APIs. Thank you.